life comes at you pretty fast. First, you're sharpening your poker skills without even knowing it. Then you're stepping up your game and asking out your high school crush. Next thing you know, you're winning games of beer pong through sheer skill and determination. Now, you're gunning for jackpots in multiple poker games, maybe even aiming for the World Series of Poker someday. Get quick results in your poker tournament games by correcting these 5 mistakes you might make, no matter what your skill level is. Mistake number 1. Not knowing your best and worst starting hands. You can't afford to play hands consistently that start you at a disadvantage against your opponents. It might work once in a while, but more often than not, especially in tournaments where stamina and endurance are the name of the game, you'll lose your stack too fast. Going in on every hand is a prime example here. It's a poker mistake that's mostly committed by newer players, although intermediate adrenaline junkies can also fall into this trap. We get it, you're new-ish. You see the juicy jackpots and prize pools, and you don't want to miss out. It's FOMO all the way. Except the hard truth is this: percentage-wise, you won't even hit the flop most of the time. So it's a great idea to keep track of starting hands with a poker hand chart. Psst, pro tip, go over your charts before starting your poker tournaments. You'll make quicker decisions on your starting hands and get more time to read your opponents. After a while, you'll know automatically which starting poker hands are worth holding on to, and which are trash. Remember, in poker tournaments, smarts means stamina. Don't be so scared to play that you fold every time an opponent bets big either, though. You will need to learn the ropes. Mistake number 2. Overvaluing hands. Strong hands come in, well, handy. But a lot of inexperienced players see what they think is a strong hand and then get beat by a pair of 3s. False advertising. Especially in Texas Hold'em, a suited card with a bad kicker is easy to overvalue, say King 4 or Queen 3. Even a high hand combination can be a tease. Ace 9 can be playable, but you don't want to bet the farm on it. The problem with face cards is that there aren't many flops that can guarantee you have the best hand. A player with a hidden pocket pair could take you out, even if it's a lousy pair of 4s. Players who make it to the World Series of Poker know the value of every hand they're dealt. You should too. Mistake number 3. Playing out of position. You use your position in life every day to make the most out of your situation, but you should always pick your spots. You don't cut in line in front of the dude with the Hell's Angels jacket. You do go all in on Dogecoin at just the right time. When learning how to play poker, yes, your poker hands are essential, but so is your position at the table. The dealer, or the button, is in the best position because he gets to see how every player is playing and betting before he has to play. The closest to the left of the dealer, the worse position you're in. This is because you need to play before fully knowing what the others are up to. As you move around the table from left of the dealer to the right, from what are called early positions to middle and late positions, you get stronger since you know more about who's doing what. Once you really understand the nuances, you can be aggressive sometimes when you're out of position. Until then, though, stay cool and stay in your lane more often than not. Mistake number 4. Playing with emotion. You've got great instincts. You usually know when to hold them and when to fold them. And years ago, you knew just instinctively that you should stop wearing body spray. You know how to play poker too. But still, we're all human, and we get emotional. At the poker table, don't let your emotions get the best of you. Bad beats are gonna happen. You played it like a pro, and you built up a big pot because you sandbagged perfectly. You're looking at 4 jacks, and then boom, Chad from accounting lays down 4 queens. Now you're on tilt. Going on tilt is the easiest way to let the game slip away from you. Chasing losses is an emotional play that's a big poker mistake. You probably won't catch up that way. If you just lost big, take a minute, or 20. Hoping to win back that loss with a head full of steam, betting and raising everything will only put you deeper into the red. So cool your jets and jump back in when your emotions are in check. Losing streaks and bad beats can also cause a different kind of emotion, where you get tight and don't bet on anything at all. You end up folding at the first sign of trouble and basically play a weak, tight style that will get you nowhere. On the flip side of losing, if you're as giddy as a kid at Christmas with a hot hand or a hot streak, your emotions might also trip you up. You start to feel invincible, playing a loose, aggressive style that means you overplay your hand. Soon enough, those big wins will be a distant memory. Mistake number 5, not managing your pot. No, we're not talking about the pounds you've added around your waist over the last year. We're talking poker pot management, often referred to as pot control. A lot of guys think the poker hand that they're holding is the most important thing, but you definitely shouldn't play the same way when you're holding 10 times the big blind compared to when you're sitting on a fat stack of 200 times the big blind. The name of the game is to control the pot and outlast your opponents. If you're a grinder, you probably want to create small pots. If you're an action junkie, huge pots are what get you hot. Either way, if you're in position and your opponent checks to you, you have what's called the betting lead. Then you decide. You can apply pressure and decide how much pressure in terms of bet size. Or you could check and go on to the next street. You control that option, and your opponent is playing off their heels. They have to respond to your aggression, or at least they'll be unsure where you're coming from. And another pro tip, control your play and the pot, especially when the tournament comes close to an end. If there's money to be won by the top 20 players, and there's only 23 left, be extra cautious so you can swim in that prize pool. You don't want to be 21st just because you didn't know your pot management. There's a lot to know about pot control, so do some extra homework and pick up some more strategies. Want to sharpen your game? Check out our other videos for more poker strategies and game tutorials.